Welcome back to Pride, Back to the Basics, episode 3. When we think back to some of the first stuff we learned as a boxer or as an MMA fighter, you know, one of the first things we learn is our fighting stance, throw the 1-2. So a lot of times when I get new students, teach them the fighting stance, teach them keep the elbows in, teach them to throw the 1-2. I'll let them shadow box it for a while, make sure to bring the hands back to the jaw. Then we'll get some gloves on, I'll let them touch the bag a little bit, nice and soft, throw the 1-2. Try to teach them to loosen up the body. This is all stuff that's going to come with time and a lot of training. But in the beginning, when you first start throwing that 1-2 and you're shadow boxing it and you're getting comfortable doing it, then you throw the gloves on and you start hitting the bag. What a lot of new students will do is they'll actually hold their breath while striking. Little audio interruption from my bulldog right there. So we're going to get back to it. Where did we leave off? Throwing the 1-2. Once you get comfortable shadow boxing it, we're going to start touching the bag. I throw the gloves on the student, I teach him to keep the wrist straight, throw a proper punch, keep the elbows in, keep the hands up. Once they start throwing those punches, a lot of new students will naturally hold their breath because they don't know how to breathe while they're striking. So I'll teach my students to breathe while striking. I don't want a student to get to a 6-punch combo and fighting stance and stepping with their jab and they haven't learned to breathe yet. Okay, so it's one of the very first things we learn. You think of it as something advanced, but it's really not. It's really a basic technique that you have to learn early on to prevent getting any bad habits of breathing, okay? So how do we breathe while we're fighting? First, when you're on the outside, you're in your fighting stance, you're dancing around, you're moving around, you're trying to find angles, you're trying to get at your opponent. You're breathing normal, in and out through the nose, trying to keep the heart rate down, trying to keep relaxed on the body, okay? A relaxed fighter is an effective fighter. If you're too tight, you can't react, okay? So you gotta be loose, you gotta be relaxed, breathing in and out through the nose. Calm breaths, never heavy, okay? Everyone can do that, that's just natural breathing, okay? So that's the one part of breathing while fighting that everyone already knows. It's natural, just natural breathing. So we're on the outside. Anytime we strike, we're gonna exhale small breaths out the mouth, okay? We'll get to why we want to keep these breaths small. So back to the 1-2. We'll throw the 1-2, 2 small breaths out the mouth. We're automatically gonna breathe back in through the nose. We're not gonna breathe in through the mouth. That's gonna dry us up too much. We're gonna breathe back in through the nose. Small breaths out the mouth. If I throw a 3-punch combo, 3 small breaths out the mouth, okay? Now let's move on to combinations. Put it this way, we're filling our lungs and then we're emptying our lungs, okay? So it doesn't matter how many breaths out, okay? So we'll breathe in 1 breath in and we can throw 2 small breaths out. Or we can throw 6 small breaths out. Okay? The point is we're filling our lungs and then we're emptying our lungs, okay? Through training, you're gonna develop a much larger lung capacity, okay? There's always gonna be oxygen left behind in the lungs, no matter how much you let out, okay? Unless you get the wind knocked out of you. But through training, you're gonna get much stronger lungs. You're gonna have a lot of oxygen left in the lungs. So when you're throwing those combinations, 1 breath in can equal 10 breaths out. It's really only 1 breath out though, okay? You're just breaking it down into pieces as you're throwing those combinations, okay? And then getting back to normal breathing, okay? So we breathe in, we breathe out. Now let's recap, okay? Back to the basics. On the outside, we breathe through the nose, in and out, okay? We're not striking, so we're just breathing normal. Trying to keep our heart rate down, trying to keep the body relaxed, okay? A relaxed fighter is an effective fighter. You have to be relaxed to be able to move and cover up and slip punches, okay? Can't be too tight. If you're too tight, you're not going to react to anything, okay? When we strike, we're going to exhale. Okay? Exhale out the mouth. Breathe back in through the nose, okay? We always have more stored, right? Get back to your normal breathing, okay? Keep the heart rate down. Keep relaxed on the body. It's hard to stay relaxed when you're in the ring. You're fighting a guy that wants to knock you out. It's a funny thing. You're jumping in the ring, you're fighting, you're risking your life, and your trainer's telling you to stay relaxed. But A relaxed fighter is an effective fighter. You have to be relaxed. The body has to be relaxed. Maybe up here you're a little nervous, but the body has to stay relaxed, okay? Controlling the breathing. Get back to normal breathing. Anytime you feel like you're getting out of breath, focus on getting that breathing back to normal breathing. Get that heart rate back down. Stay relaxed on the body. Remember, 1 breath in can equal 10 breaths out, okay? Because they're small breaths, and it's just 1 breath in the end, okay? Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to keep an eye out for episode 4, Back to the Basics. Thank you guys for watching.